Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas. That's right, it's still Christmas. Remember, there are 12 days of Christmas. I want to begin today by reading a portion of the lectionary gospel reading for the day. It comes from the Gospel of John, chapter 13, beginning at verse 33. Jesus says, "Little children, I am with you only a little longer. You will look for me, and as I said to the Jews, so now I say to you, where I am going, you cannot come. I give you a new commandment, that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, you should love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you have love for one another." This is, of course, one of the more famous passages in all of the Bible. And I think everybody who's listening to me right now would give a hearty, "Hear, hear, that's right, that's right." The fly in the ointment comes from taking this passage and putting it into practice, doesn't it? I pondered that a long time, why I have a problem with actually doing what Jesus directs me to do here. And then I read a book by Barbara Brown Taylor, and she put it so simply, yet so elegantly. She said, speaking of herself, she said, "I know that I find it easier to love humankind than to love particular humans." That's the fly in the ointment, isn't it? We like the idea of loving one another in general. It's those particular people that we have so much difficulty loving. And yet, that was Jesus' commandment. How do we get about this? How do we get past this hurdle of loving those people we don't particularly like? Well, I think one point is this: liking someone and loving someone are not the same. I can love you and you can love me even if you don't particularly like what I have to say and what I stand for. And we can get at that if we realize that you and I are both God's beloved children. Once we see each other as God's beloved children, despite our differences, I think we can surmount that hurdle of not liking one another. That's ultimately what Jesus asks of us. Going back to my friend Barbara Brown Taylor, she said in another book that how we treat each other is ultimately the best evidence of our belief, of our faith. And so, as we head into this new year, may we all resolve to treat one another just a little bit better. May we all resolve to love even those people we don't particularly like. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, everybody.